Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the AJW, their part number Ux135 Sf-24. This is a surface-mounted shelf is what it is, and it's comprised of just three basic components. You have two arms, two wall mount bracket arms. They're handed, meaning they're different hands because you'll have one left hand and one right hand, because the set screws should be accessible from the bottom only. So be mindful that you'll want to have that end as the top, set screws at the bottom. A couple of slots that are going to be in there, and that's going to be for hooking the shelf to, which is here, and this is the 2.4 or the 24-inch version. This white film you see is just a peel away protective paper that is keeping any sort of premature damage from the surface of the material. This is all made of stainless steel. Okay. Sorry. The shelf is surface mounted, available in an 18-inch length as well, and the SF means satin finish. If you were to trade the SF out for a BF, you would have a bright finish. Yes, indeed. And in fact, there may be no difference between the two tech sheets, which are linked to the tech data sheet is linked to down below, which will allow us to review the particulars about the shelf. And let's go over that now. Now, as we open that document, it's currently titled BF for bright finish, but that would be the only difference between this and the SF satin finish that we're looking at right here. I've checked the manufacturer's website, and they apparently have only one tech sheet for both BF and SF finishes. So the this shelf is fabricated of stainless steel in the satin finish. The flange, we're going to go through the specifications one at a time. A 2x2 mounting flange, and that's incredibly common, this 2x2 footprint. This is going to feature a set screw here that can be removed to allow you to get to that wall mounting plate, and I'll demonstrate that now. Get our hands on a small screwdriver, we'll be able to drive that screw down. Don't remove it, no reason to take it all the way out, because that plate will come out without completely removing it. You'll have the mounting plate there, so the flat end goes towards the wall and the little fingers go towards the top, because this has this shoulder profile where when you hook this simply onto the wall plate, it'll just stay there with gravity. Glad that wasn't glass. Okay. Then we'll go onto there with gravity. It'll hold right there. Okay. We're going to tighten that set screw up, and that will allow you to run that into the yoke of the mounting plate, allowing you to finish that off. Quite stable and durable at that point. You'll want to get those mounting plates mounted to the wall and then loosely assemble your shelf together, and then basically take the arms and place them up and onto the mounting plates, and then tighten your set screws. It'll just hold there until you can get those set screws tightened down, and that's the look. Obviously less the white peel away protective film that's there. I'm going to place this down on my desktop, and I'm going to measure what the size actually is, because I don't expect there to be any deviation from the technical drawing, but I do like to validate the data. So the 24-inch is a reference, as you can see, to the center line of each of the arms, or the center of this arm to the center of this arm. The width of the arm itself is not shown here at all. This has an overall width of about 25 1/8 inch. So from the outside to the outside is 25 1/8. The projection, they have this at 6 1/4 total, and that's closer to 6 3/8. And then the shelf depth from the face of the wall is about 5 3/4. So from here to the wall is about 6 3/8, and then here 5 3/4 to the wall. Now let's remove one of these arms, and let me show you those dimensions again, please. 6 1/4 is going to be the overall. Okay. Height of the bar, about 1 1/16 inches. Thickness, about a half inch. Okay. 22 gauge stainless steel is what that material is made from, both the post, or the arms, which I'm calling them, and the shelf. The mounting plate is a heavier gauge stainless. But again, it's all stainless. I don't even believe that screw is. Yeah, everything on here is stainless steel. Okay. 18-inch again, and 24-inch available. There is a reference there that says the UX135 SF. Same as UX130 BF with a satin finish. Let's investigate that. There's a link below this video as well to a document called Product Brochure, and let's pull that up and get down to the shelves, and I see that on page 2. That must be a typo. I do not see a UX130 here at all. No. Yeah, so a UX130, is that what the reference was? Okay, a UX130 is a very different piece of hardware from AJW. It's a towel ring. So that's a typo on their technical data sheet. A UX135 SF is the same as the UX135 BF, but with a satin finish. That's what that's meant to say. It does include a couple of packages of screws to get you started. Certainly going to be adequate for what you're installing this onto, unless, of course, it happens to be, I suppose, wood. But otherwise, you'll have to provide some additional fasteners. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the AJW products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm quite partial to AJW, and it's because they have a confluence of exceptional, predictable, reliable customer service, shipping lead times, and value. I would strongly suggest that you review, before making small or large purchase, an AJW product against what you may already be purchasing. I think that you'll find some economies that you are not aware of, and I think that you'll find their quality and their ability to service you as a client with responses to maybe technical questions down the road, or requests for service down the road, or request for replacement parts down the road, far above average when it's compared to those companies that they compete against. For those reasons, I'm partial to AJW. I would not say necessarily that I prefer their products in all instances, because every company does have certainly their sweet spot, but the sweet spot that AJW occupies is, in my opinion, a very large one. Any questions on the AJW UX135 SF 24-inch shelf or any other AJW product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.